Hey there, horror movie tea sippers.
The following podcast episode will contain spoilers for the movie we are about to review. If you have not seen the movie and do not wish to have anything ruined prematurely, please do not continue to watch or listen until you have seen the movie.
And welcome to the Horror Movie Tea Podcast. Today, we are covering Silent Hill, which I believe came out in 2006?
That sounds about
around there. But before we go into the review, let's grab our cups and talk about tea. So, I am doing the Republic of Tea Bridgerton Brothers Triple Earl Grey that has black tea, apple bits, lemongrass, lemon peel, sweet orange and lemon flavors, and bergamot oil.
Yum. That sounds good. And I am drinking Bigelow's Perfectly Mint Black Tea, and it has black tea and spearmint.
Straightforward and to the point.
Sometimes you don't need much.
Yes. Yeah, that is fair. Sometimes simple is best.
Yes.
But for our tea sippers out there, brew yourself a cup of tea, sit back, relax, and we hope you enjoy the review. So for the summary that I did not write, but I have watched the movie a few times, so I should be fine. So the daughter Sharon keeps having these dreams about this town, Silent Hill, and the mom's like, oh, to help her, we should go there. She goes there, and it's a problem, and she finds that there's monsters, and
she gets separated from her daughter first.
Yes, and there's a religious cult, and they try to go back, and they kind of leave, but then you find out that they really don't, and that's it, the end. I feel like someone should make an animated short of all of my terrible summaries.
So I imagine it a little bit as like when Olaf from Frozen does his summaries. Just a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, my daughter's going through a phase.
Okay, so for entertainment... Okay, so I just want to preface this. Whenever I very first watched this movie as a teenager, I really... Well, it was before I was into scary movies. So the scenes got me, especially the bathroom scene, and then the scene where she has to walk through the nurses.
Oh my god, the nurses.
Yeah. But from the actual storyline itself, I didn't really like it. Especially the way that the cop goes, and so I didn't really like the movie because it wasn't really pleasant to watch. But now that I'm older and I've played a little bit of a couple of Silent Hill games. I haven't beaten any of them because it's hard for me to stay focused for that long, but I've also watched people play them. So anyways, it's I've been able to get an appreciation for Silent Hill, the games themselves. And so now watching the movie with that lens, it is a very different experience. So I personally give the movie a 7.75, where it's I'll go into it. Overall, the movie does a really good job capturing the feeling of the games, the fog. And then they kind of modify it to where instead of it being fog, it's more like ash, but it still aligns with the Silent Hill feel. Visually and tonally, it feels very close to Silent Hill. It's not quite there, but it's so close. And it's I feel like a lot of video game adaptations aren't able to get as close to the same feel. So even though it doesn't feel exactly the same, I applaud it for, yeah. The story itself between the mom and Sharon works well, and keeps things like emotionally grounded. And then, but my one complaint with that is I don't know how, to me, that whole story, the whole overarching main story between the mom and the daughter doesn't really feel like it completely fits with Silent Hill as a whole. But it does kind of create a good, like, you know, if I separate the two, I like the story that they did with the daughter and the mom, but I don't know if it actually fits with Silent Hill. But from a narrative perspective, it does help keep the story going, and it helps, you know, put the characters in different situations where, you know, you're seeing more of Silent Hill. So, you know, it's not my favorite, but, you know, they did a decent job with what they did. The religious leader was done very well. They made her incredibly easy to hate.
Oh, yeah. She did a good job in that role.
Yeah. You know, I feel like the whole, like, having, getting to know, like, the mom and then the daughter and then having them being kind of the ones initiating the whole plot, like, I felt like that was decent because you were invested with figuring out, like, where the daughter went, and you want the mom to be able to find her daughter. I have some complaints, and it almost felt like in parts of the movie, the mom kind of forgot she was looking for the daughter. But it's like, at the same time, yeah, it's like at the same time, she was in a completely different realm. She was like, what the heck is going on?
She was in survival mode.
Yeah, she was like, I need to live. Yeah. And then I don't know if you noticed this, but I noticed it for the first time that they literally were mimicking the camera angles that are from the game. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like that, I thought that was genius.
It's been too long since I've seen playthroughs in all of the games, so I didn't get quite that part, so.
Oh, I was like, especially when, I specifically noticed it when the mom is running and they change the angles. I'm like, oh, that's just like they do in Silent Hill. Because it's like, you know, in Silent Hill, they do the third-person perspective or whatever. And then, of course, since it's PlayStation, it had, like, fixed camera angles. Yeah. And so it would, like, switch views. But anyways, they mimicked that, which I thought was freaking genius. And because of that, that did add a lot to the immersion. And it did feel a lot more like a truer adaptation than just, we're going to just knock off Silent Hill. Like, it felt like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the people that were involved were fans of the game, just based off of those details.
Honestly, kind of what it felt like.
Yeah. Also, it was really nice that they included, like, the original music and stuff in the movie. Also kind of, like,
I did remember
feel a little
that,
bit more authentic. The monsters and the scary scenes were overall really well done. The little baby looking monsters in the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done a little better with the ash monsters.
Yeah, because it's like, it was CG, and maybe that's all they could think of with it burning and stuff like that. But it's like all of the other monsters, like the one in the bathroom, and then like so many of them, they do an excellent job. The acid spraying
one.
Yes, like so many
Pyramid
of them,
Head.
They do so well.
Pyramid Head is iconic.
Yeah, but like, you know, but like those two scenes, like the bathroom scene and the nurse, those are those scenes that I dread. Like, I know they're coming up and I dread.
Oh my God, yes.
Like, they do such a good job.
The nurses especially.
Yes. And so their creature design, and whenever they do use the practical effects, they do very well to lending itself to feeling true to Silent Hill. And the transition between, like, I forgot what they call it, but, like, you know, when the monsters more, like, come out versus, like, when it's just foggy, I feel like they also do a good job in making you like dread that because you know what's coming. But yeah, like, you know, I have, like I said, I have some feelings about the overarching story, but it still lends itself well to the movie as a whole. And as far as like, you know, making the movie feel Silent Hill-ish, like, did an excellent job. I feel like it feels less Silent Hilly when they kind of like go into the church and it's like the religious cult nutcases, but it's like that also plays into the overarching story and like what happens and stuff like that. So, but everything else is really well done.
I personally give this one a 7. This one I come back to every now and then, a little less lately. The CG effects haven't aged very well, but we have seen a lot worse as well. The overarching story to me is mostly fine. It's the type of movie that I am able to turn my brain off a little more to. And just watch it for what it is, which is honestly, especially lately, fairly rare. So there's a bit of nostalgia just seeing, like you said, the nurses and Pyramid Head, especially for me. There are a couple of scenes that are a little cheesy to me or not very well done. One that comes to mind, I don't know why it makes me laugh. I don't know. It's gross. But every time when I see that scene where Pyramid Head has grabbed that lady on the stairs to the church and rips off her skin, I don't know why it makes me laugh. I think it's the way it was done. It looks kind of dumb. And I'm also sitting here like, that's not how that works. So it's impactful, especially at the time. Like on first watch, I was like, oh, that's not okay. He's a problem. He's a whole problem. But now rewatching it just for some reason makes me laugh every time. So that's a thing. The cult, especially the cult leader, does a really good job of making you hate them. They all suck. They're horrible.
They deserve whatever happens to them.
It's very cathartic at the end. So
it does make me kind of squirm a little bit because I'm just like, oh, that would be awful. But at the same time, you're like, he deserves it. Yeah.
Justice. If a little gross. And
yeah.
Though that ending scene also was the CG.
Yes.
With the
barbed wire.
The barbed wire was not great. But it wraps it up fairly nicely. I like the original mother kind of questioning everything and all, her guilt throughout the movie, and then at the very end, like, she still feels that guilt. So, like, she just watched her daughter, or what was left of her, slaughter everyone that had done those horrible things to her, and she's sitting here like, why me? Like, why am I the only one? Like, I understand you guys, you weren't a part of this, but why was I not included in that? Because I was a part of it. I let it happen. And the main actress said, mother is God in the eyes of a child. So she was everything to her. We never heard anything about the dad, as far as I can recall. So the mom was all she had. So she couldn't bring herself to hate her for it. I feel like in a way she kind of understood. So it was nice to wrap that up. The ending is bittersweet. Yeah. They did make it out of Silent Hill, but they're still kind of in that other
limbo
realm kind of place. So they didn't fully make it out. They're still connected to it, unfortunately. I like how they did bring the ash into it. It makes sense. I do wish they had a bit more of the fog, but the ash for their story made sense because it was still like the coal fires burning under the city and made it uninhabitable, and there should be fumes and everything there that are not great to breathe in. I like how in a scene or two they had a canary to let them know when it was getting to be too much. But all in all, it's a good movie. It's not quite as solid, especially these days, but it's nice, especially for like nostalgic type feel.
Yeah. And one thing I forgot to mention, I don't know how you feel, but I liked the parallels between the dad looking for them and then, because it's like, it was a good way to unravel more of like the history of the town.
You
and
get the other
like
side
that.
of it.
So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
And then it's like how they meet together at the end in the house, even though they're not, together. But yeah.
That would be very jarring from his point of view, though.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening here? Why am I suddenly getting supernatural activity going on in my house?
So, as with these types of movies, realism is always a little tricky.
It's hard to rate something that's based on a video game like this. When there's so many different supernatural elements and all involved.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, based off of, like, world building and, like, character reactions, I overall decided to give it a 3.
Oh, so did I.
Oh, wow.
Twinsies.
So most reactions feel appropriate for the situation, especially given how confusing and terrifying Silent Hill is supposed to be. The emotional drive of the mother searching for Sharon helps ground the more surreal elements. Let's see. I feel like the world building that the movie does, it stays consistent with kind of the rules that it gives you, which is always nice.
It is. I don't remember them actually breaking the rules that they set in.
To be fair, the rules were fairly straightforward and simple, but it's nice when they stick to it. I can see there being a whole religious cult around thinking that the apocalypse came, and
easily, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now, my one complaint is I can understand, well, I do not condone anyone burning, but I feel like the way that they did it was like additionally cruel.
Yes.
Slowly lowering them and then just letting the heat like that seemed a little bit over the top.
At that point, you kind of hope that they die from smoke inhalation instead.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot faster and a lot more merciful.
Yeah, I was like, is that really necessary? It's like, that just seemed a little bit too cruel.
I know it doesn't take long for your nerve endings to burn off, so you actually don't feel it as long as you think.
I've heard it around 10 seconds.
Yeah, but for those 10
excruciating
seconds...
agony before.
Yeah. Is a horrible way to go. Honestly, like, it's on par with drowning.
Honestly, I would rather drown.
Drowning,
too.
The only reason I say it's on par with is because drowning can be slower and you feel everything the entire time. So they both suck in different ways.
Yes. Yeah.
But they both suck.
Yeah.
And I honestly wouldn't really wish that on like my worst enemy. Yeah. It was awful. I feel like certain things were a bit convenient for the movie, like movies got a movie kind of moments, like the bridge area being out for the mom so she couldn't get back.
I mean, they explain why.
I know, but it is largely convenient too, and it's just a way to keep them there and to continue to move things forward and all.
Well,
and
yeah,
like, you
because
can't get
unless
help
someone
that way either.
Need them to like.
So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. It fit with the plot, so I didn't find it a movie's got movie or anything. It just, yeah.
I was also a little confused why they chose to end it the way they did, where the mom and Sharon didn't actually make it fully out. And we never... I don't think they explained it in the next ones either.
Yeah.
That I can recall.
I don't know if the game...
It's been a hot minute, though.
Yeah.
It has been a hot minute since I've seen most of them. Honestly, like, rewatching it this time around, it had honestly been a couple of years since I had seen this movie again. So, could easily be missing something. But on the whole, their reactions were pretty solid. Her passing out confused the hell out of me at first after, like, the Ash people tried to get her. I mean, also wondering...
It was kind of a lot to take in.
It was, but at the same time, like, really? Also, the scenery changed a little bit more than I expected to, like, especially in that scene. When you see the fences originally, it's like chain link and everything. And then when the Ash disappears and goes away and all, it's all wooden boards.
Yeah.
That you can basically hop over in some areas. So I was a little confused by that. I did like getting a little bit more of the backstory when, like, the sheriff guy and the dad are driving through. I can see a cult forming, but I can't see them saying at least one person. Like, I feel like a few people would at least try to find some other way to get out. And they never mention that or show it. Ever. They just accept it.
Yeah.
Also, they would run out of food and supplies to keep them going. Because it's been a while.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, they're just small, nitpicky things for the most part. It's not a fully believable movie, but again, it's one that I can kind of, for once, turn my brain off largely to. Oh, and the acid spitting monster scene with the cop. I feel like she should have moved.
Yeah.
A lot more. A lot faster. A lot more, like, you can tell this is not an okay thing. This is not normal.
Speaking of the cop, I forgot to mention, like, I understand her being a little bit sus, but it feels like she was going hard. She was going hard like,
at first.
It's like if she had heard the daughter, she was initially, whenever her attention got piqued, she's like, didn't even have to do anything with the mom. Like, she was just upset, and kids get upset. And she immediately was like, oh, this is a problem.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think everybody should have a level of caution, because, you don't know if they are the parent or if the child was, I 100% am back behind that. But it just felt like the cop went a little bit too hard.
Yeah, she went too hard, way too fast.
And plus, like, her trying to pull her over after, like, she already peeked into the car. What else is she thinking she's gonna get out of that? Like, that was a little frustrating. Like, I can understand her being sus, her checking things out, her talking to the girl, and then being like, okay, I think everything should be fine. It's like, because the mom wasn't really acting that suspicious either. She was trying to calm her down, like,
Yeah.
But yeah. But on the dual thing, I actually really like the fact that it's so different. Because then it kind of makes you, it's almost like and honestly, it's been long enough. I think they got that from the game. I'm pretty sure that's how the game does it. But I find it interesting that it's like, oh, you're in like a completely separate area, but the layout is the same or whatever. I don't know. I found that kind of interesting.
Again, it's been a while since I've even seen a playthrough, so I'm just basing this off of that watch through. Mm-hmm. So that's what I had.
Oh, my neck. Okay. Yeah. So overall,
do your stretches, guys.
Yes, please do, because a few days ago, I threw out my neck by bending over to clean up cat throw up. Yeah, and
please note the complete and total lack of surprise.
Yeah. So please do stretches.
Oh my god,
they do something.
They help.
Yeah,
they help.
So yeah. So overall, from a movie standpoint, like the video game adaptation aside, like it's good. It's a decent, solid movie. Like, it kind of gives you a little bit things to long for that you wish that they could have done a little bit differently. But overall, it's a solid, good movie. For a video game adaptation, similar. Where, I mean, it really is, as far as like movies that are based off of video games, it's definitely one of the best.
My stomach still drops a bit whenever I hear the sirens.
Yes. Well, and it's an extra level for me because sirens kind of trigger me slightly, so I'm like, ah!
I
know. But yeah, as far as the video game adaptations, it is extremely solid, extremely well done, but still doesn't. It's like it partially scratches that itch, but not like fully. But yeah, well. Thank you for joining us today, and let us know what you thought of the movie. If you would like to recommend a movie, game, or tea, you can leave us a comment or join our Discord server. And if you'd like to keep up to date with our content, you can find our link tree listed below.
And if you'd like to support the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to our content. We also have a Teespring and a PayPal donate button available if you'd like to support us monetarily. And again, you can find all of the sites mentioned linked below. But until the next time, guys, stay safe and stay spoopy.
Bye.